Welcome to my YouTube channel, English Lovers by Honeyd. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Yeah. So today we are again discussing the same topic, that is one word substitution, because there are few of them, not actually few of them, there are lots of them which are still left. Lots of them are still left. And I would like to complete them today. And as I have mentioned in the title itself, like there are different kinds of titles, like the different kind of words which are actually representing the title. So we're going to cover all of them one by one. And yesterday we just stopped our live session. Um, I think till one who is rude, somebody who is rude, which was insolent. Somebody who is insolent is the one who is rude to you. Okay. And in Hindi, we call it somebody who's assist. Assist. So in case I need something to be like if I want to discuss that thing with you, or I just want to share that thing with you in the written form, I'll just write it down over there in the chat itself. But for now, we will start with the first word which is given in the title itself, that is obscure words. Those obscure, those mysterious words, like which in number of as a phrase they are called as something, but their one word is different. So we will talk about all of them which are obscure. Obscure is something which is hidden, something which is hidden. And very rare words. I would say that the rarest of the rare. All those words we will talk about. Nobody actually give a damn about such kind of words. Gives a damn about the kind of words. So we will discuss each of them. Not every single word, but we will try to cover up all the kinds of words whichsoever are possible. And I hope so. My friends are going to join in uh, as I'm going to proceed further. And but for now, I would say that like we need to go about it. Just give me a second. Did I actually made it public? I don't think so. Let me just check it out. You know. Okay. It is maybe, yeah. There's one person, that is me only, I guess. Now it will be zero again. I would get to know that once I'm not going to open that one. So give me a second, okay? So I'll just figure it out, like what's the wrong that I did. And here we have live sessions. I think I can't make the changes in that. Okay, so here we have Fishing with Reed. Hi, how are you? So let us begin our session. As I can see that there's a number of people. I can say that there's a group of people who have good. Would you rather? What is that? There would be something like in the beginning itself, fly a car, or a car fly fishing with Reed. Car fly. Okay. So let us begin the session. The first word that we're gonna discuss about is for a person who loves luxury. The person who loves like the way we have a fly a car or something like that. Then hi, hello, hello, fishing with Reed. So the one who loves luxury uh, is known as Sybarite. Sybarite. Sybarite is the word Sybarite. Sybarite. Sybarite is a word for somebody who loves luxurious kind of life. The one who always love to go for um, cars, bungalows, expensive items, or somebody who likes to live the life of the high strata. So that person is known as Sybarite. 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 It's not Sybarite, it would be Sybarite. How much students do you have? Okay. The one who loves solitude. The one who loves solitude. I think we discussed about that word yesterday. In that session, we said that somebody who loves solitude would be solitarian. The one who loves solitude would be solitarian. Okay. Let me just increase the brightness. Yeah. Put it on charging as well alongside. I know that, but iPhones should not be used like that. But still, I don't want to interrupt my live session in between. So that is why. Mhm. Their own like that is going on. Okay. Now, now the next one that we're gonna talk about, like we're talking about the obscure words. So now the next one is one who loves the sea. The one who loves the sea. Pirates of Caribbean came in my mind, like when I said that one who loves the sea. So for love, we use a word called file. File, phile, file. Um, much people. How many people? It's not how much people watch your channel, it's how many people. Okay, you were asking that how many subscribers do I have? It would be more than 1,000. More than 1,000. Okay. Anyways, so one who loves the sea is thalassophile. Thala double S-O, thalassophile. Phile. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So thalassophile is the one that is used for somebody who loves the sea. One who loves mountains. One who loves the mountains. One who loves the big mountains and who loves to not like the lover of the mountains would be called as with the name which is actually it actually belongs to the range of mountains that is alpine. So alpinist would be the one who would be called as a lover of the mountains. Alpinist, Alpinist, alpinist. So alpinist would be the word that we will use for somebody who loves the mountains. Okay. Then we have the next word that is, in childhood, I also had that liking for something which is called collecting the coins. And the one who collects the coins is known as numismatist. 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 We call it numis, metist, matist, metist. So numismatist is the word we use for somebody who loves to collect the coins of different categories. Okay. One who collects the books, the one who collects a different kind of books, or we can say that the lover of the books would be called as bibliophile. We call the person who loves the books to be bibliophile. The one who loves the books, the one who loves to keep the books and to make a collection of the books inside the house or somewhere else, that person would be the one who is called as bibliophile. Next word is one who loves animals. I think Few of them we have already discussed, but those are getting repeated. That whatever file I'm using, I've actually made that the collection of different words, and I'm trying to actually give them to my audience. So then we have the next word, which is very important one. Let me tell you. Like first of all, let me tell you that that was actually repeated word. One who loves the animals would be zoophile. 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 We say somebody who loves the animals. File is the actually fix which we are going to use for somebody who loves something. So zoophile would be the one who loves the animals. Then we have the next word that we have for art. Art is related to aesthetics, something which gives something as a boost to or stimulation to our brain, and we start thinking about something aesthetical and something which we can't touch, but we can actually think of or something like. So aesthete would be the word for the person who loves the art. If somebody loves the art of any kind, that person is called as aesthete. He's an aesthete of this particular category. So he's the aesthete of this particular art and craft. So aesthete, Aesthete, aesthete. Aesthete would be the word for what somebody who loves the art. And then we have the next word that we are talking about the rare words or something. So one who loves the adventure, very common word somehow. The one who goes for adventure also would be called as adventurer. One who goes to the, I would say that unexplored places would be an explorer. So, or we say that strange places, if somebody goes to, then that person would be called as explorer. Now, next word, one who loves flowers or flowers, we say one who loves flowers. So the person who loves the flowers, you know, that person would be called as florophile. F-L-O-R-O, florophile. So florophile would be the word that we are going to use for somebody who loves the flowers. Then we have the word for, you know, there are lots of people, and you, me, everybody around the world, we love wisdom, we love knowledge, we love something as a new, we love newness in life. So that is why the person who loves a knowledge, who loves a wisdom, but particularly if we say, if we'll talk about knowledge, that person would be called as philosopher, because he will have his own philosophy, Gyan Premi. In Hindi, we call it Gyan Premi. The philosopher would be called as somebody who will create his own philosophy after knowing something in his life. Yeah. Then we have somebody who loves the truth. And there are lots of people who do not like people to lie. And the person who uh, always favor to hear the truth rather than actually, whether or not it is bitter, it doesn't matter to the person, but the person would definitely love to listen to the truth. The person who loves to listen to the truth always would be called as veritophile. Veritophile, Veritopphile. Veritophile. Veritophile would be the word for somebody who loves always the truth, like Bob Marley. I'm a big fan. So, in the whole world, we know that there is anarchy and people are going here and there. They don't even know, like, even including me, I'm including myself in all the people. Um, Things have been changed from quite a while. From last 10 years, we were actually, focused to a certain kind of goal or something. But now we are trying to find our own niche somewhere, because AI has been predominant part of our life. So that is why, you know, we want peace. Our body wants peace. Our soul wants peace. And the one who loves a peace is known as pacifist, who will pacify you, who will calm you down. That person is known as pacifist, the one who loves the peace, always the peace. Always he would say that no, no fight, nothing like that. Okay, always the peace. So the person who loves the peace or the person who will go for the Nobel Prize for the peace, that person would be called as pacifist. Pacifist. So we can use that particular adjective for a certain person who actually will be nominated for certain prize for the peace. That pacifist, that particular person is a pacifist because he loves peace. Pacifist. Very simple. Pacifist. Fist is punch. Fist, pacifist. Pacify, from pacify, it became pacifist. The person who loves the peace is the pacifist. So one who loves the war. I think we have discussed that before in the, I think the first session, like I had about the one word substitution. In that one, I mentioned somebody who loves a war. Obviously, we can call the person to be a warrior also, but the person who fights in the battle would be called as warrior. But the person who always like the fight, always loves war, and he would be in the favor of the war all the time. Okay, nowadays we know that the whole world is in a state where we have seen the governments are actually looking for some reasons to fight. And in that scenario, one who loves the war would be called as warlike. Warlike. That particular warlike, Warlike, warlike. Somebody who loves the war. Yuddha priya. In Hindi, we call it Yuddha priya. They man should or women should or any gender or any kind of creed on this planet who can understand, who has a brain, should read, because reading increases your knowledge, wisdom, and you become a philosopher. I told you the person who has a knowledge would be a philosopher. Then the person who loves reading is known as, again, the lover of the book is the same for the lover of the reading. The person who loves to read would be called as bibliophile. The one who loves to read the books, the one who loves to keep the books, the one who loves to sleep with books, the one who loves to live in books. That person would be a bibliophile. किताबों का शौकीन. In Hindi, we call it किताबों का शौकीन. But if we talk about different other words, till now we have talked about the obscure words, we have talked about the rare words which are usually not being used in our life. Um, Somehow in the context of our life, those are missing. Even if you include me also into that one, we were not using them in day out or on the regular basis, but still we need to know them so that whenever we want the exact word, then it should come then and there. If suppose you're working in a certain context where that word is required, so it's not that you need to actually keep them all in the mind, because there are lots of ways that you can get the list of all these words and that you can memorize them. Memorizing them, or even for the idioms, I would talk about that also. Like if you're trying to memorize anything, it's of no use. Apply them. Few of them, if they are the part of your life, then you're gonna start learning. You're gonna start the process of learning. I'm telling you, the practice is the only way to go for it. A repetition is only way to go for it. People say that repetition is a curse. A repetition is something they consider it as a blot, but it is not a blot. A repetition, we do repetition from the cradle itself. Whatever our parents say, we repeat it. Whatever a teacher says, we say we repeat it. So repetition is also very important, because practice is only like practice will happen only when we are going to repeat things out. So if the repetition is there, then definitely it's a good point as well sometimes. So keep repeating things, keep learning new words. Okay. Now we will talk about the idiomatic and the common exam words which can come in ELTS and you can use them. And few of them would be, definitely we have already discussed in our previous sessions, but like we have to go through them. These are important ones. So one who cannot be corrected, जिसको सही नहीं किया जा सकता. We have discussed that one earlier as well. Somebody who cannot be corrected is called as incorrigible. Okay, the one who cannot be corrected would be incorrigible. So INCORRIGIBLE. Incorrigible. Somebody जिसको सुधारा ना जा सके. Somebody who can't be corrected would be called as incorrigible. Give me a second. Hmm. And here we have the chat. Let me just open the chat, YouTube chat. I'm trying to, yeah. Incorrigible. I'll write the words down over there. That come on. Incorrigible. Incorrigible. It is like that. Incorrigible. Incorrigible is the word for somebody who cannot be corrected, who doesn't want to get corrected, and who is so stubborn to not to actually change his ways of actually dealing with the people. So that person would be called as incorrigible. We can't correct the person, such kind of people. Yeah. So then the next word that we have is one who cannot be defeated. Very easy word. We have discussed that before. And the one who cannot be defeated. Mhm. One who cannot be defeated would be called as invincible. Somebody invincible. I'm not getting it. Why is it so? Is there any kind of word? Invincible. Invincible. I think there is something wrong with my laptop. No, can that be? So yeah. So invincible is the word for somebody who cannot be defeated. Defeat, nobody likes a defeat, but actually there are lots of lessons that we can learn from only and only the defeat. Like it's not, sorry for that. There are lots of things in our life that we learn from our defeat rather than actually winning something. Whenever we go for any kind of war against our own self sometime, then also, you know, sometimes we get defeated just because of the circumstances. But we should not feel at the time to be a defeated person. We should feel that there is some lessons in life that we need to understand through. So for sure that you're going to learn something from it. Now, next word is like avoiding people, like is sometimes very difficult. If you're trying to avoid people in our daily life, then there are some personalities which we can't actually get rid of and we can't avoid. What do we call those people? The people who cannot be avoided. The people who cannot be avoided. We can't avoid them in our life. Yeah. The people who cannot be avoided in our life would be called as inevitable. Evitable. We can't evit them. So that is why inevitable. Evitable. Inevitable. Inevitable would be used in a sense then when we say that mm, certain a certain person is so inevitable, even if you will try to actually run away from him, he will follow you. So sometimes it is very difficult to avoid such people, and there are lots of good personalities in the world also that we can't avoid. So for those also you can use the word inevitable. It is inevitable even for the things also, or for example, India won. There we can say also the defeat of Pakistan was inevitable because Indian players were all in the form. All of them were in the form, so that is why it was inevitable that Pakistan could have won. It's not that India cannot be at the losing end. India can be, but India was so prepared. Indian team was so prepared. I'm so proud. I'm so happy that India won the match, and I watched the match till the end. I'm telling you. And some people like me, we feel proud in that also. Like we have watched the match till the end. So watching the match till the end is also a blessing sometimes. One who cannot be understood, the one which the person who cannot be understood is, I think we have discussed about it, that is incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. I'll write it over there. Incomprehensible. Incomprehensible. If the spellings would be wrong, just correct me over there. Incomprehensible. Incomprehensible is made from comprehension. Comprehend is the basic word. Comprehend. From comprehend, it became comprehend is a verb. As a word, comprehend is a verb. When we comprehend something, that means we make some people understand that. He was unable to comprehend that stuff. He was unable to explain that stuff. He was unable to guide other people in that stuff. So in that scenario, we can say that like comprehend is a verb. In that particular case, comprehend as a word would be a verb, but comprehensible in IBLE, we have used as suffix in that. Comprehensible, something which is understandable, something which we can understand, comprehensible. And then we use the prefix to the comprehensible, that is incomprehensible. So now the whole word, it became opposite to the comprehensible. Something which we can understand is comprehensible, and something which we cannot understand would be incomprehensible. Something which we cannot understand would be incomprehensible. That's how the whole language, this beautiful language of English, actually work. So when we say the word, the basic word, the free morpheme from where the whole thing started would be comprehend. Comprehend, even there can be other classes as well, but as far as I know, the basic word would be comprehend. If we are going to comprehend that one, that means we are understanding it. Comprehensible, something which we can understand. Incomprehensible, something which we cannot understand. So that's why one who cannot be understood would be an incomprehensible person. He's a kind of incomprehensible person. When he starts talking, his conversation go from one end, from North Pole to the South Pole, and it becomes difficult for people who are listening to take a flight from North Pole to the South Pole. So that's how you can remember that. And then we have the next word that is like one who cannot be ignored. I think we discussed about it, and one thing which we cannot actually, you know, uh, get rid of or something. But here it is about ignorance. When we are ignoring somebody, then I think it is not a good thing to ignore anyone. Ignoring someone or trolling someone for something, like I had been trolled multiple times on this platform. Let me tell you, many people actually came and called me scammer. Okay, but I am not a scammer. Let me tell you, as far as my um, introduction is concerned, my real name is Himanshu Datta. I am Indian-based teacher. I would say that I'm in Indian origin teacher, but I have taught English in a school, in a convent school for about 9 to 10 years. And before that one, teaching journey started in the year 2007 when I was a senior secondary school student. Like I was in my um, +2 grade, so in like high school grade. My teaching started earlier just because I was interested in teaching some students who were migrating abroad. In 2007, I started, and then I collected some money and I tried to help out my family also so that they would be feeling proud of me that I am actually earning some money. And my first salary was 3,500 rupees. Let me tell you, 3,500 bucks um, in Indian currency. 3,500 bucks was getting. Then I got promoted, and somebody recognized that this person can teach in such an age. So I got promoted to a different institute, and that person started giving me 6,500 rupees. And then I thought that this way I can't actually lead my life, and on side by side I was actually pursuing my education. Um, and I got graduated like as from a private university, open school, University School of Open Learning, Chandigarh. And and I thought that I should do the master degree, um, but in a college where I also studied like a private student. I did not actually attend the classes. In the first semester, I attended, but later on, after getting insulted in the class, just for being so stuck in the books. So that is why even after that one, I did not get score that much. And thereafter, I actually thought that I should study on my own in my own method. And then I went into the library of the college and sat there for about 3 semesters. And in 3 semesters, I got positions. It's not about I got the position in the district or I got the position in the university. It's not about that. The only thing I really, which makes me fascinate about education is like it gave me a reason for actually for doing something in life. So then that was the only reason. Then actually pursued my education in a different tone, and I started actually thinking that I can be a good teacher later on for some students because there would be many like whom nobody no teacher like there would be teachers who won't be understanding them like the way my teachers did not understand me, many of the teachers did not understand me. So I thought that there would be some scenarios with other kids also that they won't be understood properly. So then I thought that I should actually pursue my career in education. And like as I got into the teaching, like I took a course that is Bachelor of Education, and then I pursued my career as in the teaching furthermore. I did not stop. So in 2014, when I got my Bachelor of Education, I started teaching in a school thereafter. Earlier, I was teaching as a private tutor for IELTS institutes or some place. But later on, I actually started teaching in a school, a convent school. The name of the school was Mount Carmel School. Mount Carmel School. So in that school, I just pursued my career till 2021 and been exploited a lot. There, I decided that I should actually run my own institute and then started running my own institute for 2 years in India. And my academy's name was the Language Academy. And I taught there for 2 years. I did not keep any kind of staff. I used to go early in the morning at 4 o'clock, let me tell you. At 4 o'clock, I used to go to my institute and I would start brooming the whole institute. It was not that big. It was of around two rooms. We did the partition like the back portion to be a second room and the front portion to be the first room. But it was like altogether a single room. But I had a broom, and then I used to clean the whole institute for a while in the morning time at 4 o'clock, and then I would go back to my home and would take my bath and come back and would worship Ma Durga in my institute before my students would start to barge in and they would come in. And then I started actually teaching as a private tutor for my own institute. And then thereafter, yeah, there in Canada. As a student, but I came as a student. So that's what I am all about. Many people actually they come on this particular platform on YouTube in live session and they start trolling me, calling me scammer or something. I don't feel hurt about it because I've been through a lot in my life. Then and these things do not. I do not really care about all of them. The next thing is next word is like something which can't be controlled, that is uncontrollable. I think we have discussed about it, or I won't actually put an emphasis on all those words which we have already discussed about. So I would be talking about only those words which we haven't done till now. Okay. So one who cannot be cured would be incurable. Somebody who is incurable, incurable. One who cannot be cured. Cured means somebody who has been diagnosed with something, but there is no medicine for that particular problem. So one who cannot be cured, and even for there is a certain psychological problem. We call it doubt, being doubtful, being skeptical in life. The people who are skeptical in life, they are also incurable. We can't cure all of them. The people who are doubtful will remain doubtful throughout their life. Let me tell you that they will have a certain sort of idea in the mind all the times. They would keep on thinking about it. My God, he must be doing it just because of that. There is a certain program in India. We usually used to watch that in the childhood, that on Sony channel, that there was a dialogue called "Dya darwaza tod do, dal mein kuch kala hai" or something like that. There was a dialogue like that. So that means those people who are doubtful can't be cured. So incurable. People who cannot be cured would be called as incurable people. Incurable. Incurable. People who can't be cured. I'll write it over there. Incurable. Yeah. Okay. Incurable. Yeah. Maybe incurable. And I thank this particular person, like, who's there listening to me. I don't know who is it. You can actually send a message in the chat if you can. There are some words that I will actually just go through them, and then I'm not going to repeat them because we have already discussed them in the previous session. I will go through all of these words faster a little bit. Okay, one who cannot sleep, the person who can't be sleeping and who doesn't want to sleep also, that person would be insomniac. Talked about that one. So darkness also, we have talked about fear, the one who fears the darkness, and like nyctophobic, phobic. So phobias, there are lots of phobias we have talked about. And then one who loves the mankind, we talked about that also. That is philanthropist, the person who loves the mankind, who loves to help people, who always love to do something for the humanity. That person is a philanthropist. Salman Khan is a philanthropist, and I would say that Sir Ratan Tata ji was also a philanthropist. He did a lot of. I I don't know that much of him, but I really admire one thing. When there was an attack on Taj Hotel, then I heard something. Maybe that is the story, that he paid the money to all those also, like, who were actually working nearby the hotel, uh, and who were in loss also. So because they went in loss just because the hotel got targeted, and their work also got targeted just because of that, and he stood for them. Like, such people are the example of humanity. So we need to respect all such people, and the Being Human is one of the firm that Salman Khan also runs, and one of my favorite actor. It's actually not one of my favorite. During my childhood, I was a die-hard fan of Salman Khan. Later on, there were lots of controversies we heard about, but I don't care about them. But I still love him. I really like the old past of Salman Khan. It's a very active kind of personality, and now he's a little bit serious kind of person. But I really like the kind of person he was in earlier times. Also, now also, people may say whatsoever they want to say about him, and there would be lots of reasons also. Like, mistakes are the part of life. Let me tell you. Then when we do lots of mistakes, we don't know like where we go. He has done the mistakes, but there are other grounds on behalf of which, like, something can be settled out. But somehow, yeah, things are like that. As an actor, I really like him. As a human also. The one who loves mankind is philanthropist. One who loves luxury. I talked about that already. I'm not going to repeat that. One who studies stars is astronomer. And I'm not going to repeat all these words. We have already discussed about that. I don't know like why those are coming back. But there are some words which are worth mentioning again. Like one who studies the reptiles. The one who studies the reptiles is herpetologist. 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 The one who studies the fish. Ichthyologist. Ichthyologist. Ichthyologist would be that one. And this is a new one, I guess. This is a new one. One who studies the earthquakes. The person who studies the earthquakes, there is a shifting of the tectonic plate. Uh, that person would be called as seismologist. Seismologist. S-E-I, Seismologist. Seismologist. Person who studies the earthquakes would be seismologist. And one who studies the oceans would be ocean oceanographer. Oceanographer. The one who studies the oceans would be oceanographer. The one who would study sometimes the depth, or I don't know, like there would be some other words also for different other fields in like who belong to aquatic life. So oceanographer is the one who studies the oceans. Like somebody who studies the ocean would be like the subcategories. We are not talking about them. We are talking about certain categories which are actually for a certain word like ocean. So oceanographer. The one who studies volcanoes, volcanologist. Very easy to remember. Volcanologist. And one who studies the rivers, the one who would study the rivers would be called as hydrologist. And the people who are the frequent visitors to my channel and they come and go, I would recommend that whenever you hear a new word here, you can use that in your life anytime. My main motto is to actually help out people um, stick to something which is beneficial for their life. So that's what I do. So one who studies rivers would be called as hydrologist. Hydrogen, H2O. Like I try to actually correlate the words accordingly that H2O is water. So hydro, it came from that hydrologist. Logist would be something like the person who studies. So the one who studies the rivers would be called as hydrologist. Now, the next turn is of the relationships. The relationships. Now, the first relation of the country is known as father of the nation. The father of the nation, who we believe should be somebody else. We have Mahatma Gandhi ji, but we believe the father of the nation should be Shri Guru Gobind Singh ji, because the the value of sacrifice is too much in him. Like the way he sacrifices. Oh, very difficult to even realize that thing that somebody can do such thing for people. So that is why, for me, the father of the nation should be Guru Gobind Singh Ji. So, father of the nation is known as, in English, we call it patriarch. We call it patriarch. So, patriarch, the spelling would be like patriarchal, we say patriarchal or something, patriarch. Patriarch, Patriarch. Arc is separate. Arc, obviously, king, patriarch. Patriarch would be the father of the nation. Patriarch. I'll write the word over there in the chat. Patriarch. Yeah, that's the word. Patriarch. Patriarch is a word for the father of the nation. And then the mother of the nation, matriarch. Very easy to remember. Matriarch. There are lots of countries in the world where, you know, mother is considered to be the main important element in the society. The way we have male dominating society, there are female dominating society also. But the mother of the nation would be called as matriarch. Okay. One who teaches the children, obviously, one who teaches the children in the school, in the kindergarten, would be called as a teacher. Okay, and there would be different categories of the teacher. Okay, kindergarten teacher, can be high school teacher, can be something else also. You know, so teacher means somebody who teach you. For me, my children, my students were my teacher. They taught me a lot of stuff. I remember that one thing that I actually learned from my students. I was handling the first class in 2014, um, and the section that I actually got was 8th B. So there were different section at the time. We were not named as Emerald, or we were not named as Ruby or Diamond or something. We were named as A or B. So 8th B was the first section that I got, and I remember that on the blackboard I was writing something. On the green board, maybe blackboard, I don't remember that much, but I was writing something like F alphabet. I wrote it wrongly. My F was totally wrong. I was writing F like G. So then I learned it there itself, like I'm doing it wrongly. Then I just tried to do the practice for a while, and then I did it. I changed it. So there I understood like the first alphabet. Even you see, I learned it from my kids itself, like because they recognized that they were giggling. They were giggling. I noticed that, oh my God, there is something wrong with me, that I'm doing something wrong on the board. Sometimes I used to miss the date, or they would try to write the date, and there was a kind of norm that I really miss sometimes. The students used to write the date and time and everything in the on the whiteboard or the whatsoever board used to be there. And the kind of environment in the class is awesome. Was awesome. Sorry, it was awesome. So the people who teach children would be called as teachers, and then people who take care of the children instead of actually teaching the children, who take care. The people who take care would be called as guardians. Guardians. Guardian. 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 So guardian would be the word for the one who takes care of the children. Or if you have hired somebody to take care of your children, that would be a babysitter. That would be a babysitter. Okay, people work as babysitters also. One who betrays a friend, what do we call it? You have also been betrayed. I had been betrayed multiple times. Even I went to an astrologer, not astrologer. Yeah, one of the person like was that one panditji, like a priest in a temple. He told me that, oh, you should not make friends. And till date, I don't have. Let me tell you. But I still consider everyone to be my friend because I was a cricket player, so I used to play cricket a lot. But to be very honest, very close friends or some people like that, I never got anyone. So, but the thing is, one who betrays you as a friend would be called as a backstabber. So we have a word for the certain person. Let me tell you, I'll write it over there. It's a very close word for me because I have used it many of my rap music also. Backstabbers. I have met lots of backstabbers in my life. Like on the face, they used to simply feel like they are good at heart, but in reality, they used to be something else. So one who is talkative, like me. I'm very much a talkative person. Like if suppose somebody is not talking, and I'm sitting along with the person for half an hour, then I would actually do one thing. There would be choice. Like I would sit there and will talk with the person. I'll start talking, or I would do another thing, that to leave the place. I don't like to sit with the people who do not talk at all and they stay calm like this. But yeah, I like solitude to meditate. But when we are sitting in the society, then obviously we need to talk. And if we are not talking and we are watching each other's face, then what's the need of coming together then? Like if you are together with some people, we need to listen to them. We need to listen to what they are trying to understand about life. When we are figuring it out about their life, then we get solutions of our life sometimes. You know, the person who talks a lot would be called as loquacious person. Loquus, a Pious. Loquacious. Loquacious person would be the one uh, talks a lot. Who talks batuni. In Hindi, we call it batuni. I used to watch lots of YouTube videos earlier when I did not had any. I did not have any plan to actually start my channel or something. Then I used to listen to a certain voice. The audio only used to be visible, but there was no person there. He used to talk about lots of words and the synonyms of them. I really like that person's voice. I really love the kind of voice I used to hear. He used to prepare the students for lots of entrance exams, CCLG or some. I don't know like what are the different names for the examination. He used to prepare those of them. But I used to listen to his voice. I really liked his voice, and he used to tell the links also to download different PDFs to learn new things. So I used to download those. I really like that teacher. I don't remember the name because his face, he never revealed his face. One who is silent, one who is talkative is loquacious. One who is silent, I would be expecting that there are four people over there. I'm expecting a reply. One who is silent. Right now, I'm silent. What would you call me? Don't say shut the fuck up. Okay. So the person who is silent would be called a taciturn. Taciturn. Taciturn would be the word for somebody who keeps a mouन. मौन रखने वाले बंदे को बोलते हैं हम taciturn. जो बंदा बातें ज्यादा करता है उसको हम बोलते हैं loquacious. जितना ज्यादा वो बातें करेगा उसके हिसाब से हम उस बंदे को बोलेंगे that person is loquacious. The person who talks a lot would be called as loquacious. And the person who lives alone, we have talked about that one, like who loves to live alone or who loves the solitude, that is solitarian. But one who lives alone is called as hermit also. That word was actually given to us here by Ria, one of the YouTuber, I think one of the YouTube account holder. She gave the word in the last chat, in the last live chat. So hermit is the word for the person who loves to live alone, the person who renunciate, the renunciator of the whole world, and lives on the mountains, just incantating the names of the god, different names of the god. You know, there are 108 gods in Hindu culture and Hindu religion. And my next live session would be about that only. Let me tell you, my next live session is going to be about that only, like telling beads, all about telling beads. We will talk about that only in that. And once this live session is done, I will be actually coming live after half an hour or an hour. Then we will talk about different words, as I mentioned that, which are related to telling beads, rosary, and we are not only going to talk about the words, but I'm going to tell you that how what is the right process that I got to know about, incantating the names of God on the beads, on the when we are using the rosary or we are using the so-called beads or 108 beads. So what is actually the significance of all of them? We will talk. Okay. Now, one who is polite is courteous. We have done that yesterday. One who is rude, we have done that also. Insolent. One who makes law. The one who makes a law would be called as legislature. Legislature. Legislator. Legislator, we call it. In the field where we make the law is legislature. Actually, legislator would be the person who makes the law. Legislator. The translator. One who enforces the law would be the administrative power or like policeman or policeman. One who judges in court is a judge. We all know that. Now we're talking about the law. Let me tell you. One who judges in court would be called as judge, obviously. One who defends the accused. Defense means who saves the accused. Accused is the person who has some charges. Okay. Accuse and the victim, two words, very beautiful words. Let me tell you. Accuse is the one who has been accused of some crime. We have put some blame on the person. And the victim is the person who has suffered the crime. That person would be the victim. And sometimes accused can become the victim also, because sometimes accused are not accused, actually they are the victim. So it becomes quite confusing when what to for the judges to actually notice down that or judge it sometimes, like who is actually the accused. So that's only the thing that happens in the courts: accuse and the other word that I mentioned. Accused and the victim. People try to sort it out, like who is the accused, who is the victim, who is the accused, who is the victim. This is the whole life, let me tell you. Who is the accused, who is the victim? Like we try to put the blame on things, then then we become the victim, and like something else become the accused. So when somebody else try to put the accuse or accuse us for something, then we become the doer of the accuse, and they become the victim. So that's how it is. One who commits a crime is a criminal, and one who defends the accused is an advocate, advocate or a lawyer. The person who stands for the people, that would be a lawyer. My brother was a lawyer. He's no more now, but he was a lawyer. He was an advocate. One who commits a crime is a criminal. Obviously, the person who commits a crime would be called as a criminal. Okay, criminal, 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 because null, criminal, 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 अपराधी. One who refuses to obey law. When there are lots of people who do not like when Britishers came into our country, there were many examples like who stood against that kind of, forceful implementation of their policies or something. That was Mangal Pandey. So he was called like those people who actually stood against all these norms and things and forceful rule of Britishers in the country were called as rebels. So REBEL, sorry. One who refuses to obey law would be called as rebel. The one who refuses to obey the law, goes against the law, because if we are not satisfied with the kind of law which is actually against our freedom, then we would definitely go against it. Then we would be called as rebels. So Bhagat Singh was one of them who was called as rebel by these people also, though they did it in a very decent manner. One who betrays the country, the person who betrays the country would be called as traitor. Okay, traitor, traitor or deshdrohi, we call it in Hindi, deshdrohi. The one who betrays the country would be called as traitor. One who governs the country, that means who rules the country, would be called as ruler. Okay, we would have a word for that, that is ruler. And one who collects the taxes, obviously, the person would be called as tax collector. Tax collector. Obviously, the tax collector would be called as tax collector. One who invents things. Inventing thing is a very difficult thing. Let me tell you, it's very avishkar karna, like to make new things, to invent new things. The person who invent the new things would be called the person who does the acting would be actor. Same way, the person who invents would be inventor, inventor, inventor. Inventor. R would be pronunciated when there is American English, but R won't be pronunciated when there is British English. So inventor, we will say inventor in case of British English, but in case of American, we'll say inventor. Inventor. Okay. One who writes computer programs. Cassie, hi. Hello, Cassie. Yeah. One who writes computer program. Yeah. Programmer or coder, the one who does the coding, software developer. But the one who develops the software would be called as software developer. Okay. One who writes a computer program, will have a normal name for the person. Thank you for these words. I'm the one who codes. Okay, you code those. Okay. So you can be called as you're giving us a synonyms. Thank you very much for that. Programmer, coder, and we got web developer, we got software, but I'm talking about common word for all of them. So that would be programmer, but there would be subcategories. I'm not talking about subcategory, but let me know like all those subcategories in the way. The general term, yeah, thank you. The general term I'm using, yeah. Then we have the another word, one who repairs machines. One who repairs the machines. Machines are dealt with by whom? Mechanic. You got the answer. I think there is somebody who's going to help me out over there. The mechanic is the word which we are going to use for somebody who repairs machines. Okay. Now we will talk about very interesting thing which I really like. And I remember that in my school time when I was a teacher, as a school teacher, like I organized some of the dramas. One of the drama I tried to direct. I tried to direct in Punjabi, in English also, in Hindi also. I tried to do, I tried to write the script for them, for my kids. And I wrote, let me tell you, poetical. I like to write the poetical ones and to direct also. And the next particular word is also about that. One who directs movies. One who directs the movies would be called as would be called as you're not getting the answer. Director. The person who is directing the people would be called as in the movie would be called as director. So director is the person who direct the actor, the actresses, and other people that do this, do that. Like now, this will happen, that will happen, and everything. So director has a lot of stuff to do. So one who designs the building. My father was into the same field, but he was designing the the ship. Yeah, architect. He did the Bachelor of like BTech in architect only, like Bachelor of Architect he was on. Not technology, but architect. He was a Bachelor of Architect, or he did the engineering in architectural field. So designing the different kind of jahaj, we call it in Hindi. One of my friends is studying to be an architect. Oh, nice. Nice, Cassie. It's a nice feel. My father used to actually measure things up sometimes even in the house, and he used to tell us that this way you need to actually calculate the things. And I was not aware that how to calculate different tables. We are normally known to table of one, two, three, four, five, six, like in numbers. Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Those will keep on coming. Don't worry. There would be lots of words. Don't worry. So we were unable to get the kind of um, you know the momentum that he was having about the different tables, like two and a half of like two and a half, three and a half, four and a half. He knew how to actually calculate those also. Now, one who takes photographs, obviously photographer, it's very easy. Photographer, 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 we call it. One who produces the music, one who produces the music. One who produces the music. Okay. And one who composes the song. Could count, could both count. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Producer can also be producer in music industry. He's a producer in music industry. We can say that. But a lot of production units, they what do they do is like sometimes they help in infrastructural stuff. So producer for a certain like can be a journal term as you mentioned that. But I would say that for these particular fields, we have to go for the particular word like for producing the music. We have mentioned that one who produces, if that would come, that we would say that the producer, one who produces um, what we say, like lots of food for us. Then one who produces, one who builds ship, one who builds ships, one who builds the ships. Go for it. One who builds the ships. One who what ships? Builds. Yeah. One who builds the ships. One who what ships? Go for it. One who builds the ships would be called as shipwright. Shipwright. We said, I'll write it over there. Right. And that's how we have, yeah, shipwright. Then we have the another one who designs, no hyphen. Yeah, no hyphen. It would be like altogether. Anyways, it's okay. There are lots of them that I didn't know also, but I collected them and tried to actually practice them with my kids also. It's okay. One who designs clothes. Very common one. Everybody know that. Everybody knows that. Who doesn't know that? Who designs clothes? We have lots of people. Designer, but we are talking about clothes. Jai Mata Di, Ram Ram Ji. Hi Menchi. How are you? Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. This time we got one more Navratri. Usually there are nine, but this time it is 10, and it is quite a sacred one when we get 10. I'm good. I'm good. So yeah, we are talking about the word like who designs the clothes actually. Designer is definitely somebody who designs, but when we talk about somebody who designs the clothes, when somebody designs the clothes, what do we call the person to be called? This person has to be called a certain person in the clothes industry. So it would be the fashion designer. It would be called as the fashion designer. So how was your day, Menchie? How was your day? Now we are on the verge of actually completing the last particular section, but it will be a long section, I guess. Yeah, it won't be that long, but still, it would be like that. It was fantastic. It was really good. I watched the match till the end. I told you, I mentioned that like there would be a match between India and Pakistan, and we really won that match. Um, but it was a kind of nail-biting experience. It was not that easy in the beginning, like when we lost some wickets early in the match, early in our the second inning. Uh, we played second, and they played first. Dinosaur, nice. India won. Yeah, India won. Cassie, what? From where did it come? Dinosaur? Moose. Dinosaur moose. Wow, nice pictures. Now, actually, we are going to talk about that. How did you get to know that we are going to talk about all these things? Cassie, may I know that? Do you know Menche? Menche is one of my friend that I met on YouTube Live itself. Photographer. My God, words are actually revolving around, I guess. Beer. Okay. Okay. Topsy-turvy. Now we will talk about the species of different animals and even of the birds, if it is possible. Then we will talk about the collective noun for them. Species, yeah. Different species, yeah. We'll talk about them, and after that one, just in 3 days, the beer for Bhaiji. Yeah. Check the pronunciation, maybe. The species, yeah. Oh, sorry, species. Let me check. Let me check. Uh, no, I was right. Species. I was right. I was telling you, species. Yeah, that's what I said. Did I say something else? I said only species. Species. Okay, you're saying that cheese, or you want to put the emphasis on cheese. Okay, species or species. But actually, it's kind of minute one. Species. Sure, sure. Your writing speed is very fast. Spacious. That is spacious. And even spacious spelling are wrong. I guess spacious has to be Spacious. Spacious. Am I right? No, it's not spacious. I don't think so. Spacious exists. Let me check. It would exist, but the meaning would be different. No, Cious. It would be. It would be spacious. Well, I'm used to the Indian accent now, and I know what he meant. Yeah. Spacious. Yeah. Spacious. Spacious means related to space. So spacious, when there is a big space, then that's how it is. Just correct me if I would be wrong somewhere. There is no problem with that. But for me, we call it species, different species of animals. Now, the first animal that we're going to talk about is the lion. The lion. A group word for the lion. If there are lots of lions, French Canadian is awful. French Canadian is awful. No, no, it's okay. I don't worry. Accent. No problem. No problem. Okay. Now the word is the line. Now tell me, what is the group word for that? Like if there would be one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight lines altogether, what do we call it? We'll call it pride. Write down pride. That is the word for the group of lines. Then we have the next animal. Next animal, big one, big nose, tall legs, tall tail, and ooh, I love pride. Okay, okay, cool. Okay. Oh, I love pride. Sure. Yeah, Cassie, I'm talking about the elephant. 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 Wolf pack? No, no. Wolf pack. Pack is pack. Pack is the word for wolf. But wolf pack would be, yeah, you can say wolf pack, but yeah, Patchy drums gang. Patchy drums gang. Okay, elephant. Elephant would be like the group word would be herd. Herd for elephant. For wolf, you have already given the word. For wolf, the group word would be pack. We'll have the word pack for the group of them. Like I'm expecting one more person. Like she came yesterday as well. Could you tell me what is grapes? Are these grapes? What are these? Let me zoom in. Yeah, looks like grapes. Looks like grapes. I don't know. Oh, close. It's an olive. Okay. Olive oil. Yeah, close. It's an olive. Okay. So the next word is after Menche got it. Yeah, green olives. No, I did not get it. Could you tell me an example? Are you talking about which example? It's coming up. Could you tell an example? The dark planet. Oh, you are expecting me to say an example for the words that we're talking about, or how? Dark planet. Planet. Example of what? It's okay. It's okay. No, no, no need to fight. Let's go to the next word. We're gonna talk about. Okay. So I'll just add an example alongside with the word. Don't worry. A bunch of friends together, herds of nerds, herds of nerds, nerds, herd of nerds. Yeah, you can use it for the herd of nerds when there is a certain group of person, like the people who were trolling me yesterday. Those were the herd of nerds. And yeah, the next word is cow. Cow, 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 cow. For cow also we got the word group word. There are a number of cows, then we can say that. There is a herd of cow. There is a herd of cow standing in the dungeon. Cow. Not call, it's cow. Cows. Cows. Not call. Cows. Murderer. Who is the murderer of the cows? A cow is I'm a bird. It's not caw, it's cow. Oh, oh, it will end with cow. So, cow, for the cow, we will have the herd. The word which will be used for the cow that makes a milk. Yeah. which gives the milk. He doesn't make the milk, or she makes it. He does something in the tummy and it becomes a milk. Receipt. It is known as receipt. Oh, why we're talking about receipt? Nitin H. We're talking about receipt. For what do you need the receipt? Not receipt, but receipt. P silent. Murder of the cow. Murder of the crow. Like that we will talk about. Don't worry, don't worry. There are lots of words. You just yeah, I was going to talk about that only. But before that one, we will talk about the dog. For the dog. The dog. To buy the car. To buy the car. No. Do not buy the car. I am not selling. I'm not selling them. I love that. The group of crow is called a murder. Yeah, it's nice one. And even I was actually thinking in the beginning that how is it possible a murder? Okay. Okay. So for the dog, we have the word. What is the answer for that? Okay. For the cows or the crow? For the dog, we call it pack. The baby we call it wolf, like one of the creed. You know, dogs are also one of the creed in that way. So pack. The dog upstairs, I really fear the dog upstairs because I'm not that friendly with the dogs in the beginning. I can't be. So disguise. Why you're disguising yourself? Am I disguised? I am disguised. I'm disguised as a very gentle person, but I, in reality, am very, very soft. Okay. So Cassie, disguise, disguise, canine, pack, all canine. Yeah, canine called a pack. Massage. You need the massage? Okay, the next word is very interesting one. Let me tell you, for the cats, cats and dogs. It's cats and dogs, raining cats and dogs. Cats and dogs. Like we are going to talk about the cat. Now, the word for the cat, plural of octopus. We'll talk about that. Okay, plural of octopus. Oh my God. What are you doing? The plural of cat. We will focus on the word. Don't give all those words all together. Let's go one by one. Let's go for the cat first. That'll be Essie. Haha, you know what I'm doing. I don't know what you're doing. For the cat, we have for the no, no, not cats. Nathan, it's not cats. And welcome, Nathan. Not cats. It'll be clouder. Clouder. CLOWDER. Clouder. Or glaring. The glaring of cats. The glaring of cats or the clouder. Clouder. The clouder or the glaring. Clouder or the glaring. You can use it like that. The glaring or the clouder. Clouder and the glaring. Yeah. The clouder if cat is glaring at us. The clouder of the cat. The clouder of the cat. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You're typing it down and I'm just speaking. That's why I know that like when you're typing it down, there can be some mistakes. So Nitin, yeah, so I hope you have gotten the answer. The glaring, you can use either of them. Okay. Cobweb. Powder, like the soup. Oh my God. Let me actually explain my words. I would be actually interested in going for that one once we have completed all those, and then we are going to go for that session. Like we will write down any word over there that what you're talking about. We will discuss about that, you know, later on. So because I have to come to a close for this one, because the next session that I'm gonna have is about telling beads. Telling beads, it's very important for meditation and everything. So that's why I'm gonna have that session on that. Peacock. Cobweb. Okay, thank you. Peacock. Cobweb. Thank you for adding it because I didn't have that word. So crow. Crow, as you said, that murder. Don't don't murder the crow. Or don't do the murder of the murder of the crow. Okay. Then we have deer. 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 Deers. Oh, we got some words for that. Do not murder the murder of crow. Yeah. Do not murder the murder of crow. Then the word is deer. Drum roll. It'll be like we are talking about the group of them. We are not talking the plural of them. We are not talking the two of them or something. We are talking about the group of them. It can be baby, baby, B-E-B-Y, baby. Hound, I remember that hound I used in my one of my rap music. I used to write some lyrics also, let me tell you. In that one, I use a hound for the dogs itself. I don't know. Baby of deer. Yeah, we can use herd also, let me tell you, for the deer. Herd also is possible for the deer. BV is very nice one. We can use that. Then we have for fish. For fish. I'm very much amazed at how these words are invented and how people have kept it. Um, we say school is an institution, but school is also the group of fish. And there was also used to be a discussion about fish being plural, fish being singular. You know, so school is the word for the group of fish. Okay, so when we talk about fish, it can be school or can be shoal, Hoal. Bank in French. Oh, nice. Etymology. Etymology. Like you love etymology. Etymology, I would say the origin of the words. You're talking about that. As far as my mind goes, like my understanding. Mhm. Origin, actually, it is related to the origin. Bank is like a chair, but for many people, I don't know the English words for that. Okay. Etymology is a practice of study. No, no, history and origin behind it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. History and origin. Like if you're trying to understand the history of a word, like from where it got started and how they started using it, then that would be called as etymology of that one. You like it? Oh, nice. And can you, like, for example, there is a word called foot. It was earlier called as plural. I don't know like why the people called it plural, but foot now is singular and feet is plural. But earlier it was foot to be plural, like quite an early times. Now let's go for there's a comment that has been held for the review. I don't know why. I don't know why do you cry? Don't know. Mm. Mouse, mice, two. Yeah, like that. Anyways, so then we have the goose. Goose. There are lots of goose around my place, let me tell you. Goose. If they are on the land, not mices, not mices. Mices is not possible. Yeah. Mices, mices would be double plural. Yeah. Goose, geese. Goose, if they are like in a group and they are on the land area, like they are not flying in the air, when they are on the land, they would be called as gaggle. Gaggle. Goose on the ground, on the land, would be called as gaggle. Uh, in the air, it would be called as skin. Skin. Mice infestation. Mice is the mice infestation. Skin. Skin would be when the goose are in the air. The goose in the air would be called as skin. 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 Let me know, like if I would go wrong anywhere. Let me tell you that I'm not somebody like who would not actually accept that. Like I can be wrong somewhere, but and when especially I'm dealing with people from the native place, definitely they can let me know. Anyways, then we have the word called hearts. Hearts. It's a very nice word. Let me tell you, one common word we all can use for horse, number of horses, or the group of horses would be a herd. Who here is native? Nobody's here native here? Cassie, let me know a little bit about you then. Who are you? Herd of horses? Herd of horses. Yeah, it's possible. Herd of horses, or there is a nice word, let me tell you that I'm gonna give you. That is, you're gonna see it on the screen. Oh, Netherlands. Nice to meet you, Netherlands. Yeah, team. ने bought. Venture पहले. Yeah, it's very cooperative. Yeah, I like that's very cooperative. Nebo. Anyways, the next word is how do you call it? Kangaroo? Kangaroo. Kangaroo hope. Kangaroo. We call it kangaroo. 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 So kangaroo. Not kangaroo. Kangaroo is wrong. Kangaroos. Kangaroos. Kangaroo would be troop or mob. We know that the group of people together would be called as mob when they like there is a word called mob lynching. We know that when they are with one intention, bad intention, good intention, whatsoever, mob is that. So flash mob or troop, we can say that. So sheep is very easy one. We know that we have heard it many a times. Flock of sheep, flock of sheep, and then we have bevy of deer. We have talked about wave. Yes. Then pig. But pig is actually a little bit derogatory. Like when we call somebody to be you pig, we say you pig. So yeah, for people, when we say pig, it can be used for herd. It can be used for like like if there are more than one pig, your troop. Okay, troop in French for sheep. Troop it like a troop. Yeah, I got it. I got it. But troop is different. Like here, troop is different. I mentioned about mob and troop. That was different. But and even that was from kangaroo. 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 And the new word, like let me tell you, for the pig, I would tell you a new word that is, oh, give me a second. Drift. Drift. Okay. Then we have ain't. 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 The next word is ain't. We're going to talk about the group of ain'ts. The group of ain'ts, I have seen colony. Like I heard that yesterday, even somebody said something about that. Colony. Uh, you can see a colonies even the place where they go. Also, they go into. So that is also colony. Colony of ants. We can see that. चींटियों की colony. B. Then next is a fly. B. Next word is for B. B would be having the swarm. Like if you see more than one bee or like collection of bees, the swarm of the bees, we can say that the swarm of, and most of the time we can, yeah, must be a swarm. Yeah. Um, Most of the time we can hear all these words on National Geographic channel, or we can also see them or hear them um, on Discovery Channel, something which is more towards that. I really love to watch those channels when I was in India. Uh, they are a little bit of Pacific ones. I really like those kind of channels. Now, next one is for owl. 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 What would be for owl? Let me tell you, you're going to be astonished now. For owl, they have their own parliament. If there is a there is a group of owls, we can. It might be difficult for an AI to translate those words. Owl. No problem. Parliament. Oh, they are owls. Owls. We can say that. Parliament. Parliament. Not the government, but the parliament. Owl. The parliament of the owl. On the road. It's quite dangerous to see when you're driving alone. And you won't like to see all of them all together, you know. Who would like to? Nitin did not reply me back. I don't know, like, where did Nitin go? And once he came and he went out. I don't know. Nitin may not have, you know, liked me. It's okay. Then we have the word fox and the group of foxes. Group of foxes would be skulk. We'll call it skulk. Skulk or leash. Leash, not leech. Leash. Skulk or leash for the fox. Then rhinoceros or rhinos. When we have rhinos, for the rhinos, we have the word called crash. The crash of the rhinos. We'll use the crash of the rhinos uh, was seen in the distant outskirts of the village. I'm talking about certain new words which I have found about it. Like for fox also, I think um, to actually determine like whether to use a certain word or not, we can better search it on Google. But I'm talking about exact words which we need to use for fox. For fox, we have skulk and leash, two of them. Can we use, can we use pack for fox? Yes. Yes. Packs don't work for all. So packs don't work for all the canids. No, crash and crashes for the rhinos, and skulk and leashes for the fox. And if you want to use a pack, that's all up to you. That if you feel so, there are lots of new words that are getting added, then leave it then and there itself. Then we're gonna talk about the next word that is leopard. No, tiger, tiger. We say tiger. Ambush. For tiger, tiger. No, 27. Oh my God. That me tired, but still. Hmm. Now we're gonna talk about the tiger, or we say tiger. Ambush. We say ambush. When we all of a sudden attack, then we call a certain term we call ambush. But ambush here also they all of a sudden attack you. So that's why they are named like that, I guess. Ambush. Then leopard. Leopard. Leopard is a different one. Dots on dots. Leopards would be leopard. Leopard would be leap. We'll have the word for it. That is leap. For the group of the leopard, we will use the word leap. The leap of the leopards was noticed by the explorers. Or explorers noticed there was a leap. There are groups of leaps also. You can say that there were a number of leaps if they have created the clans. Okay, then we have the dolphin. Dolphin. For the dolphin, which word would be used for the group of the dolphins? Very nice one. Let me tell you, pod. The group of the dolphins, if those are seen in the sea, ocean is filled with the pods. Ocean is filled with the pods in the schools. Ocean is filled with the pods in the schools. That means there are dolphins also, and even for the whale also, you can use the pods. I'm not gonna write it again. So for the blue whale, whatsoever whale it is, if there is whale, for that one also you can use. If there is a group of whales, then you can use a pod, and you can hear them all on Discovery Channel. Then then there is a bird called flamingo. Flamingo. For flamingo, we have the word flamboyance. Buoyance. Flamboyant. Flamboyance. We call it flamboyance. Flamboyant forces. We say buoyant force. Buoyant. Flamboyance. 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 So Flamboyance. Flamboyance. Flamingo. Anyways, I think everyone got tired. Are you there? Menche, are you there? We have few words left. Next is the Raven. Raven, Raven. Thank you. Raven. For Raven, we would have unkindness. I don't know, like how they have made it. Flock of Raven. Um, flock of birds, that kind of stuff. But unkindness is the word that I don't know, like how exact word it is. Unkindness you can use. The unkindness, then you can see the unkindness flying in the sky. Mhm. I'm just trying to consider it like how even the narrator is going to narrate that one when one discuss about the crow. Crow is about murder. Okay, don't murder the murder of the crow. Then we have bat. Bat. Not cricket bat. It is the bat, the bird bat. The bat at the night. The night bats. Night bats. The night bats would be the night bats would be cauldron. Cauldron. Okay, I'll write over there. Cauldron. Cauldron. Cauldron would be the word that we will use for the bats. Come on. I'm using my Wi-Fi now. Oh my God. Are you there? Can you hear me? Hello. Loud and clear. Actually, the problem is sometimes the internet issues happen when we are in a basement. Okay. So cauldron is the word that we're gonna use for the bat. That we have gorilla. Gorilla. The group of gorilla would be called as band. Band or troop. Band or troop. Troop. Band or troop would be the words for the gorilla. 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 The group of or the band of gorillas. We can use like band of gorillas, we will say. I'll write it like that only next time. Like I gave you an application yesterday. Did you try to check that application, Menche, about the words? Did you see? Or you did not find the time? Did you not get the time? Not yet. So that is the next word is about the hippo only. Hippopotamus. So if we say hippo is one of the same thing. Missed time yesterday. Okay. So hippos. If we have hippos, and then hippos would be in a group, would be called as blot. Okay, blot. Bloat. Blot. Okay. Blot. So blot would be the word for the hippos. And then we have the crows. Again, murder. That is the last one. And this is the end of the one word substitution from my end. And the next session that I want to actually conduct is about something very interesting. I hope so that you would be interested in that. But I will keep it on. We will discuss something now very important. Let me tell you. Are you interested in telling beads or taking the name of God, or do you worship God? I would ask. And how much time do you give for worshiping God? Or do you think that in these days it's becoming less and less, like people do not get the time to actually worship the God? I would like to know from you. Hello? If you're able to reply, please reply. Last time people replace God by politicians. Politicians are the God, you mean to say? Politicians are the God these days. Yeah, it's looking like that only. People, mm, you know. Mhm. So politician, in what happened here in Quebec? It what happened here? Okay, but for me, I would say that we need to actually worship God, God in some form. Like I would talk about that particular thing. Like the next topic on my live session would be about that. I would share it with you. I'll let you know. Like I forgot, like where I had kept it. Yeah, this one. I'm gonna talk about this, especially this particular stuff. And I would be talking about like how we need to actually take the name of God. And it's not only about taking the name of God, it is also about to talking to yourself. It will help you to talk to yourself also. And even if you are going to actually enhance some mindfulness kind of techniques, then this is really helpful. So telling beads can really help us a lot, and it can improve our concentration, focus to a great extent, like to a marvelous extent, and you can't even imagine that how helpful they are. So we're gonna talk about that one in the live session tomorrow, not today. And I feel so that you're also tired, and you must be feeling that I'm interested in Hindi gods history. Okay, so I can have it also for you. Don't worry, I can have it for you. But I don't know like how the people are going to take it and that they're gonna make fun of it. I don't know like how they're gonna make it. I don't care about that, but I will definitely bring it something interesting about the deities that I believe in. I believe in everything actually. Ah, omni believer. I'm an omni believer. So Ria did not come today. I don't know. She must be. Everything could be laughed about or taken seriously. Yeah, and that's the people's choice. I believe how we need to take it as we need to learn something from it. That's it. Our mentality has to be always a positive. We need to have a positive frame of mind and always need to be optimist in any kind of topic. Or like our approach should be always positive. Everything could be laughed about or taken. Yeah, definitely. But for now, I have to leave. And I am very much thankful to my friend from Quebec. What is a funnier a guy who walk on the water? God with many arms. There is nothing funnier about it. There is nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny about it. Actually, even when we talk about Sri Ram, you're talking about Sri Ram. Sri Ram actually, like, I'll show you that. That's the one that you're talking about. This is the one you're talking about. This, sorry, Jai Mata Di. This is the one that you're talking about. Yeah. I don't know if, like for what it is, like if the people call it a myth or something, but for us, for Hindus, it is the history, and even it's available. The facts about those things which are related to Sri Ramchandra ji are available. Yeah, am I audible? I mean, anybody could think the beliefs are ridiculous. It's okay. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't give that importance to anything. I don't know, like why this accent is actually getting in and in me. Like, seen that people using it in day out in my place, at my place. Troll won't stop. People are people, and troll won't stop. It's okay. It's okay. You know, there is an example for being a prime minister, for being a president. People may make fun of you. It's not like everybody like Obama, but I loved him. Even Obama used to, worship Lord Hanuman. And I don't know, like, oh, thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much. You like that I use the word, I don't give a something like that? Or what do you say? Anyways. Mhm. Okay, anyways, it's what French Canadian says. Yeah. But actually, I believe that there is no control on my tongue because I feel myself to be free, and I like to read even those people also. Bob Marley was quite free in his grammar, in his way of expression. He didn't give a like he didn't care a hook about any person in the world. He just worried about only one thing, that he loves God, and how he has to present his mindset to the people through his music. And I really like that way of actually expression. And even same thing is, Lord Hanuman. He was an ardent believer in Lord Rama. So that's why he didn't care about what the people were making fun of. Like I said previously, my French accent is bigger than your Indian one, and I don't care. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I can totally get it. I can totally get it. But for now, I have to say bye bye. We will discuss something um, important tomorrow about telling the beads and how we need to actually take the name of whomsoever we worship, whether it is Jesus Christ or Allah or Sri Ram or whatsoever, like whatever mantras we need to say and how we need to say. We will discuss about all of them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Manche. Thank you very much for being there to listen to me. And I'm very much thankful to all the people who came in, went out, and keep coming, keep going. Coming and going is a life. This is all about life. If you're gonna stay at one place, I don't think so. That's life. That's gonna be a stagnant water, and stagnant water stinks. If the water stays at one place, it'll stink. So keep moving in your life. Come, go, come, go. This is how your life is all about. Bye bye. Have a good one and take care. See you next time at the evening time only. Have a good one. Take care.